Hello. I am here to provide a reading that is aligned with today's solar eclipse. Don't mind my appearance. It's not about that, right? Let me just check. This is clean. Clean it. Okay. Feels alright. Now, I'm going to dive straight into it, okay? I made a community post on the energies that are present right now. This is a turning point, okay? Before the eclipses hit, there was a routine, a lifestyle, a way of being, a process that you were showing up to that felt perfect, that felt like it was finally coming together, that felt like it was finally working. And then the eclipses came and shook everything up, right? That's the biggest theme I'm feeling. And it's because this perception of the process that you were achieving, attaining, was still very anchored in perhaps workaholism. It was still very much forced. It was still very much from the mental plane. And this change now is making sure that it's aligned in a space that is harmonic with your soul, with your higher purpose. So there is great change here, and there is going to be soul tribe coming in, divine unions coming in. There's going to be people coming in to help you carry what you perceive as burdens, okay? I haven't been filming much lately, so this is a little strange for me, but I'm here. How are you? How are you? Are we good? Now, as I was shuffling, I got this message out. Okay, it is the World and the Two of Pentacles. It's so interesting. Like, I shuffled, this popped out, put it back, shuffled, and it popped out again, right? So this is really talking about the end of a very long chapter, a very long cycle. As I said in my community post, it's like the cycles that some of us are finishing are thousands of years old, lifetimes long, right? It's coming to its close. It's a huge completion, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, this is finding harmony, finding balance in the physical realm, in our energy, in our vitality. And it might not feel that way straight away because we're still integrating this old journey, okay? But it is this process that's coming about that is bringing us into this state of harmony. The cycle is ending. I'm really drawn to eyes as well. Look, there, it's on both of these cards right now. There's an eyeball and an eyeball. Really drawn to eyeballs. So yeah, this is totally a completion and a reward coming in that's going to create greater harmony, greater balance. The fact that it's pentacles, this could be a new hobby that comes in and rebalances you, a new job. There is potential job changes here. This could be money coming in to create balance and harmony that you are worthy of, because the old karmic cycle that's finishing could be a lack of self-worth, right? A cycle in it. And also really drawn to the Sun card, okay? So there's absolutely this return to our inner child, a return to innocence, a return to playfulness, joy, contentment, despite everything that we've been through in the past. Because the sun is that bright, shining aspect of us. It truly is the inner light of us, yeah. And it's happening now because we've done a lot of purging. It feels like a lot of purging with the end of this cycle, okay? And there's a liberation from the past pains, the past darkness, okay? And the sun talks about innocence, not naivete, because naivete is when we have no greater experience in things not going perfectly, right? So we kind of lack that knowing or that diverse experience. Whereas the sun is about innocence, which is we've experienced a lot of pain, a lot of darkness, and yet despite all of it we still decide to show back up to this world, despite the chaos, despite the darkness that we are even perceiving right now. We're still bringing our light to the world, still ready and expecting to be inspired and excited and loved and to give love. So this is exciting. But let's start with some, I just wanted to get some of those messages out. Let me give this a little shuffle. But I've been seeing the death card a lot as well. A lot, okay? Which is like deep, deep transformation. It's Pluto. It's Mars. Depending on how you look at the death card. Ooh, sorry. All right, let's get some oracle cards out here for this solar eclipse. Spirit, what are the messages you have for us? What wants to be channeled through in this session? What do you have for us, Spirit? Does anything want to pop? Yeah. It's funny, this came out before. Yeah, look. What do you need to release? This is, yeah, you are releasing a lot here. Because we've also got the end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And you're coming aware to what needs to be released here. It's going to be obvious to you. In time, it might not be. Look, you're very close to achieving a goal with the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving this end cycle. Absolutely. Whatever needs to be released will be released. It doesn't have to be forced. It's about relaxing to know. Relaxing into knowing. Trusting. Any other ones want to come out of here, Spirit? I don't think so. Oh. A time for healing, yeah. I'm not going to take it because it's obvious we are in a time of healing right now. We are in a time of healing. Really drawn to purple. Crown chakra. Yeah, so there's going to be things that are going to be dropping away from your experience. Okay? You're very close to achieving something. Moderation. Oh my gosh. 14, that's the number of temperance. It's about having patience. And I was, you know what? I was having a channel. Look at this. Karmic completion. That's the end of the karmic cycle. I'm taking it. You've had to persevere through this. Absolutely. But with the temperance card, it does talk about moderation. It talks about balance, okay? And it talks about finding that sense of balance by taking risks, because we challenge what the laws are. And this is obviously happening on a very grand scale in society, right? But this is also happening internally with finding our new sense of routines, finding better things that match with us. And sometimes when we first make the shifts and the changes, they don't feel great, you know. The Temperance card doesn't have it all worked out, but there is boldness and there is bravery present in attempting. Okay, in attempting, because in those attempts we do come to greater and greater balance over time. So this is about having patience, faith, and trust that the balance comes. This isn't about overworking something. It's about trusting that it anchors in. Anything else want to come through here, Spirit? Look, change. Yeah, absolutely. There is huge change that's coming in, starting. If it hasn't already started in your dynamic in your life, it's going to start happening. Look at this, okay? 5, 5, 10, 10, 10. There's huge change happening here in how you feel balanced. This feels like a greater change into balance and harmony. Change in who you are, the version of you that is here. Look, we've got environment with 44. There's also going to be more care, more focus, more sensitivity for Mother Earth, for Mother Nature, the earth itself. There's going to be a deepening, anchoring in to awareness with it. Okay. Let's get a couple of these. Some more information on this message, Spirit. Whatever's being released from you, wow. Whatever's being released from you is bringing you joy. It's going to be bringing you joy. Whatever's being released right now is what's bringing you into moderation. Okay? Look, we've got endings with the skull. Literally, the death card. It's been coming out. I even had some water drop on the ground, like maybe a couple of weeks back. And it was in the shape of a skull. It was wild to me. Look, love. Love's coming in. Love and balance. And money. Wow. And joy and happiness. Like, look at this. Good luck. Balance. Love. Literally everything you could want from these endings. Whatever's ending is bringing in the new beginning in all of this. So expect to be feeling more joy. Expect to be feeling lucky. Expect to be receiving. Expect greater balance and expect more love here. Isn't that gorgeous? Look, liberation. Literally, the Sun card. And I've been really drawn to eagles as well, but this is Archangel Jophiel. So, faith. Your faith is going to pay off for you. Whatever you've been having to have faith through in this cycle ending, okay? Because whenever cycles end, we can come to a bit of a void space. When a cycle ends and before a new cycle begins, it's very much about processing. There's very little inspiration. It's pretty much heavy on the processing because we need to close out the end appropriately so the new can fully anchor and begin. So what will happen is in this void space, we can get restless. The mind can start to kick up and start to judge us. It can start to doubt us. It can start to become very critical because it doesn't always register or accept that the universe is in control or that the universe has a plan. So the mind can just get very overactive. So it feels like in this space of this ending and new beginning, you're being you're going to be feeling liberation here. Freedom. Oof, my ears are ringing intensely right now. Look, Earth. I did mention there's going to be more of a focus here on planet Earth. Look, ecstasy, hope, wow, intention, ecstasy, intention, and hope. There's going to be new intentions that are going to come to the surface for you. You're going to be feeling ecstasy with all this, with this love, with all this positivity that's coming in as this old, very tough cycle closes. Get ready. Get ready. And I'm really being drawn to the day after the equinox, the 23rd. That is when psychic awareness will be at its peak. So something is potentially going to be progressing or happening around that date. The veil will be at its thinnest, I'm sort of perceiving. Okay, look, abundance. Prosperity is here for you. Prosperity is coming in for you, and so is inspiration. So don't worry if you don't have it right now. You're still in the in-between. Trust. Just trust while you're there. Just trust. Okay, let's get some tarot to build out this message, Spirit. What do you have for us here? What is the message that we need to be receiving? Two of Wands. Now remember, all the twos are about harmony and peace. So there's going to be an Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is happening quickly, okay? It's happening now, but there is going to be a balance taking place in your energy. There's going to be partnerships, spiritual partnerships. There's going to be, because remember, the Wands is all about feeling passion, feeling excitement, feeling inspired. So I'm really seeing this as balance coming into expression, inspiration, having a clear plan. Like, this is giving me the idea of like downloads coming in as you're resting, because 2 is always a rest number. It's a passive number. So this is very like calming energy, but it's fiery. It's in our spirit. So there's going to be a lot of visions here too. Potential change in your visions. The Eight of Wands can also be about good news coming in. So this could be like very good signs coming in from Spirit about where you're going next. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse tells me that you're actually very connected with your heart. You're very connected in with it. You've been spending a lot of time with it. You've been spending a lot of time in isolation, perhaps spending a lot of time in nature. It feels like you don't need to spend more time connecting in. If you're getting this message or seeing this message, take it as you are connected, yeah? You are deeply connected to your heart's desire. You're deeply connected. That's just what wants to keep coming in, and that's why you're getting these visions from Spirit. You're focused. 4 of Cups in reverse feels like focus. Yeah, this energy is focused. Balanced. Ooh. I just said balanced. And this is Libra. Justice. Balance, equality. This honestly really feels like balance restored. Balance is restored here. This balance feels very aligned to you. Justice is being restored in your life. Look, Chariot as well, victory, success, rapid movement forward. Now the Chariot, I don't know why they picture these with reins because it's so inappropriate, but look, Ace of Wands, the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. This is a powerful, victorious, new beginning, feeling very inspired in our career. The Chariot appears when we are able to discern appropriately with everything that shows up on our journey, with that intuitive sense within us, with our inner intuition, because that is the act of discerning. We take options or choices or external aspects and we check it against our inner feeling, our inner understanding where we're at right now. We use our intuitive sense of feeling to discern a choice. So, and because of that, we actively allow the divine to channel through us and to create through us. So you've really allowed your intuition to balance your life, you've used that tool appropriately to balance your life out here. And that's why this ecstasy, this love, this balance, this good luck, this joy is coming in for you now. Temperance. Oh my God. Temperance. Talk about balance. Talk about balance. There's angels that are guiding you here, okay? We've also got Queen of Wands. This is the immensely authentic version of you coming out. This is returning to our authentic nature, returning to our mysticism. This is an expansion in creativity, an expansion in our leadership within. First, before it grounds into the external, this is expanding more into our witchy nature, expanding, or wizardry nature, depending. This is a glow up. This balance is bringing in true beauty. Does one more want to come out? Expect a glow up. Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. King of Wands. Queen and King of Wands. This is a new sense of inspiration. This is bringing a vision into fruition. This is really stepping into the leader, the full leader. This is also giving divine union, soul tribe, but divine union if you're seeing this message. Someone's coming in for you. Okay? Wow. But the King of Wands is a true leader because he's so confident and believes so strongly in his own vision that he's able to get others on board with it, and he gets other people to just love it as much as he does, right? So that he's able to connect with people on a very visionary, bringing something into fruition, bringing a vision into fruition. And he believes it so strongly that people want to get on that with him. So it really feels like there's an expansion in your sense of leadership within, and it's showing externally out. quickly. Okay. Some more messages, Spirit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the messages here. We've got reunion, same energy. Someone could be coming back because now it's the right time. Gift. A gift. You know, we've been talking about this gift coming in for quite some time. Now this message also came out. We've got in prison in the reverse with service. So it feels like you're going from this space of feeling imprisoned in a situation to truly finding your calling. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh. Love. And look, you're coming into service with Soul Tribe. This could be working with people, creating a life with people that feel like family on a deep, deep, profound level. Up-leveling, upgrading, right? Ugh, I love this message. Anything else want to come out here, Spirit? There's absolutely so much balance coming in here. You're going to be, wow, you're going to be enjoying your life, enjoying what you've created. This is giving the idea that your manifestation is coming into full fruition and you don't have to wait long for this. You're enjoying the magic of your creativity. You're finding pleasure in the journey now. It's a change and a shift of perception because there's a new consciousness anchoring in, okay? This is bringing mental rest for you. Mental rest is coming in for you. You're going to be having like a moment. You're choosing relaxation over stress and worry because that's the way that we create more stress, right? By stressing. There's an unexpected outcome here. It could be to do with someone. Could be to do with a person. You're in solitude. Yeah. You're in solitude right now, up-leveling. You're in solitude right now, up-leveling into a new way of being. Into this chosen expert energy, into this holy version of you. Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, look, a new hobby could be coming in. But there is definitely new adventure and it's going to be a part of that change, a new routine, okay? It's a beginning point, there's a starting point here. Some level of acceptance. Okay, does anything else want to come out? Spirit, any last minute messages for us? Yeah, look, our mind is expanding, our belief system. We're moving into conscious unlimitation, okay? Like our everyday mind is understanding and grounding in what is actually, that everything is unlimited, okay? Giving everything up. You've given up so much to get here. So much to get here. There was hidden resentment in your roots. This is what's been purged out recently. It might have felt very difficult coming up with the Pisces lunar eclipse. Yeah, it brought up the processing of childhood grief because it was still in you. But it's freed you, you're liberated from it, and now you get to experience this grounded, stable life coming in here, okay? It's grounded, stable life comes in here for you. You're being guided. Trust your intuition right now. Okay? You're being guided into overflowing abundance. This realm is anchoring in as you let go of the past. So just let it all go. Just let it all go. That's where I'm going to leave the message, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this live, and I will see you. I'm thinking of doing another live for the equinox tomorrow. My energy just kind of zaps really quickly at the moment. So yeah, keep an eye out. Sending you so much love.